Puppy has found a way to get in the garden. I don't know how he's getting in. How you getting in? Huh? How you getting in? Puppy. Puppy, quit eating things. Welcome to Growing with the Woodpile, and today is planting day with Puppy. He can't come over. He's chased away garden kitties. But I am getting ready to place these in spots in the garden where I think things are going to grow. But, you know, things always don't go as easy as planned because you got to get the beds ready. And I wasn't going to tear out these peas. I was going to plant tomatoes here. This right here was these carrots that overwintered and went to seed. And I saved a lot of the seed pods. So, but look at these weird little offshoots that they put off. Anyway, so these carrots were there and I pulled them out to make spots for the tomatoes. And then these peas were all down the back, and most of them were okay. At least the top parts were. You see, these were all nice, lush and green. And I wasn't going to tear them out, and I was just going to let them finish while I put the tomatoes in front, and the tomatoes got bigger. But then I noticed these weeds right here. Fortunately, I thought this was a basil, and maybe it still is a Thai basil, but I really don't think it is. And it had seeded all back in here. And I really, really don't, if it is a weed, I don't want it to continue to grow. And I have a hard time. I'd got in here a couple different times and thinned them out. And, but I obviously missed some. So I really wanted to clean the peas out and really go through here and make sure there isn't any and sacrifice the peas for that. But I do think what I will do is some of these peas are kind of all dried up. Just gonna open them up and sprinkle them in here. Oh look, there's a pea right there that's living. And still plant the tomatoes in front. See, here's another weed. See, this is what they look like. So this is why I don't think it is basil, a Thai basil. But I have a lot to do today. I'm not sure what I'm going to get done. Dead-headed marigold. Just kind of sprinkle them throughout. I got to thin out some tomatoes, thin out some lettuce as I'm sprinkling these seeds. My video's not going so well. But I'll keep you updated throughout the process of how's things going and see how much we get done today. Update progress. I'm probably going to have to dub over this because my neighbors are blaring their music. But got the peas out. Hacked down the Napa. But I did leave a portion of it. Really harvested a lot of it. And we'll see if anything grows up here. Then I didn't do a very good job trimming this one up. I did trim up these other ones in these other beds. Stood up the fennel. This thing is massive. Come on, stay. Stay. Well, he's not staying. There we go. You didn't get to see any of that fennel. Haven't done anything with the green stalks. From this side, I did the tomatoes also. Oh, forgot this basil. Did this basil. We'll have to come back and do this one. Did that one, that one, that one, that one. Pulled out some dead pepper stems. Hacked down more basil and really thinned out the bottom of these tomatoes to get more flow, and I tied them up. Didn't even know I had this many tomatoes on that. Look at that. Hopefully I didn't remove too much and there's still enough green in there for it to, this is all one plant. See, these are all side shoots. I did not take off my suckers. Pushed him up. Hacked down the parsley. Accidentally cut those. Thinned out the bottom of that. Left these peppers alone. Hopefully they'll come back. Need to thin out the lettuce. Came over here on this side, cleaned up the tomato plants from this side, pulled out some calendula starts. These are all tomatoes. Thinned out this tomato, cut down the opal basil. See how there's some little things. Hopefully that'll come back as a plant. Didn't do anything in this tub, but you see both of those are dead. Then came over here, tied and thinned. Probably need to thin more of this out down here. I'm really trying to get it so it has more airflow. And I'm like, but it has flowers. So, yeah. Thinned out this one. Thinned out this one. Look at all the flowers on this one. Found another green onion over there. Found a tomato over here. And it actually has these little baby ones. So it must be some type of cherry. Now, these peas are going, but these pepper plants in here, another tomato plant I didn't plant, these are going good, so I don't think I'm going to pull those out. I'm coming to the decision on this one if I am just going to pull out the fennel. So this is the before. Probably going to pull out the pea plants in the back also. I think that's my decision over here. So I want to make this my, can't decide if I want it to be shishito bed or tomatoes. I think I was going to do tomatoes because I was going to switch it up. So we'll see. I don't know how much I'm going to get done today of planting. I may just be sunbathing my plants and planting tomorrow. But this is the before of this bed. So I've gone through and laid out the pots. You see where I'm going to plant. Maybe I should pick up my tools while I go, but I'm going to leave that here because I'm going to use that. I'm going to supplement the hole with this worm castings and vermiculite. And there's some down this side. I need to get them in because they need to be watered. There's a couple down in here. So you see as I cleaned out the Napa tomato, all the tomatoes, little orange balls on the ground. And just gonna leave them. Maybe they'll grow me some extra babies. And there's my big section that needs to go to the compost. But got things cleaned up pretty good. And getting ready. Decided that this is gonna be a tomatillo bed. Though I have a few peppers that are green. We'll see if they come back. But I'm gonna get to planting. Planting day, day 2. Getting ready to make some changes in this last archway. I didn't get to it yesterday. Gonna pull the carrots. Let me step over here. Gonna pull the carrots. Gonna make some decisions about these onions and garlic. I probably gonna at least make room to put 2 peppers in each one of these. Because I got lots of peppers that need to go in. I'm thinking doing 2. Leave this lemon boy tomato alone. 2. So, sorry, I'm counting. I'm gonna go get this section ready, but then I gotta figure out where all of those peppers are going. I think there's about 30 peppers. I was going tomato and pepper strong this season of I'm only gonna plant what we eat. So this was going to be a pepper bed. I had tomatoes in it. I was switching tomatoes and peppers, but these tomatoes are still existing from the fall. So I went to plant peppers. This is a 3-foot section and that's a 1-foot section. One of these days I want to move the cattle panel to go into the middle. Things you learn after you don't want, it's just too hard to reach 3 feet across. And same with this one. I want to make this one go into the middle. This has tomatoes in it right now too, but I'm thinking of putting some peppers in the front of this. But I also have ground cherries, which I didn't have good success with last year, so I don't know if I will this year. So the last bed down at the end, let's just go down there, is peppers. And I am going to pull out some, and even though they have started, these are the ones I overwintered. I am going to cut this down to one Tabasco pepper because he just goes crazy and I can't handle it. There's other peppers in here that just got choked out. These ones over here were the Anaheims. Actually, they were Hatch green chili. I really splurged and bought real good seeds. So I think I'm going to pull out these habaneros. I will try to put them in a pot and donate them. And then I'm going to plant peppers down the front. I will eventually need to figure out how to support them. So pepper bed, tomato bed, but I'm thinking about in front of these tomatoes, maybe doing the ground cherries. Then over here, this was a tomato bed because it has existing tomatoes, but I did plant some new ones in it. So maybe planting some peppers in front of it. I struggle with wanting to put tomatoes in here because the peppers have not done good in these. I left this existing pepper and I planted tomatoes in it the other day. This looked like it was getting new growth, but then it kind of stopped. So I don't know if it is or it isn't. The Yaza pepper back here, it did fairly decent, but I don't see any new growth on it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll put the peppers I'm not gonna care so much about. And then these two beds over here never have been the best growers of tomatoes, so might as well try some peppers in it, right? It's been hit and miss over here. I did plant tomatoes in there. I just have so many peppers I want to grow. I don't know where I'm going to put them. So I'm going to have to get creative and make some sacrifices. Because I want a whole bed of shishito peppers. I did grow quite a bit of those. So, and I say that, and then I'm like, no, because what if they don't grow good in that bed? I don't want a whole bed of those. So intermix them and put them throughout different spots. But first goal today is to get this area kind of cleaned up. And, well, I do have these empty buckets over here that need something. So maybe I'll put some peppers in these buckets. Well, probably will have to because I got so many. But first goal, get the carrots, get this bed situation. So I'll probably put shishitos up closer because I feel like it gets more sun closer up. Maybe some at the front, some at the back. See where they do best. But I got 30 minutes before I got a meeting, so I'm going to get on pulling those carrots. And that's how he does it. You little fetcher.